Well, I'm about 50 minutes into my ride, and I just realized that I've been taking a bunch of photos, not a bunch of videos. GoPro. Easy to use, easy to mess up. At least the view's good.
Hey bikers, thanks for tuning in to Biker Man. Well, I'm sure you guys know, based on my previous videos, that I don't really know how to use a GoPro anyway. So I'll just say it right up front. Unfortunately, I did lose some footage on today's ride, but it was an out and back, so I tried to make up for it by filling in some of the spots that I wanted to show you guys. But you know, what is lost is lost. So anyway, the whole motivation for today's ride and video was that I, in a previous video, talked about the Pecan Grove mountain biking trails in Rowlett, and I sort of pondered out loud about the history of the trails in the area, and you can check that video out up above. But anyway, one of the subscribers or one of the viewers filled me in on some of the local history, and it turns out it's not just local history but United States history. And sort of as an inspiration from those comments that the viewer left behind, I wanted to change the starting point for the ride and ride what he taught me was the historic Bankhead highway. And there's a small portion of it that goes through Rowlett, and so I wanted to see a portion of that. I wanted to see the old downtown in Rowlett that's kind of been revived in recent years. And so I actually started out at the Rowlett Nature Trail, and from there I pedaled to the mountain biking trails that were in my previous video and through downtown Rowlett to the trails. So I've got the map here for you to kind of see what the route looked like. It ended up being a little over 18 miles. Didn't feel like it. It was quite a hot and humid day, but basically I got some video of the nature trail and then some of the road ride between. But as soon as I got to downtown Rowlett, I realized that I was shooting pictures on my GoPro and not video. So I did lose some of that morning sort of sunrise through downtown, which was actually, I think it was some of my best footage. But like I said, I tried to capture it a little bit on the way back. So anyways, thanks to the viewer of the previous video, I learned that this portion of the route is called the Bankhead Highway, and this thing was started being built in 1916. It was a cross-country auto highway from DC to San Diego, and from what the viewer mentioned, it was the first of its kind, and it's a Texas historical highway now. And so it's kind of cool. Some of the original railings can actually be seen out in the lake, in the lake that's featured in parts of the video. The 1922, the year that was stamped on that railroad crossing is actually the year that it was being built in this area. So So it's a pretty interesting little thing. There's a lot of there. I have subsequently watched some videos online and just like, read the Wikipedia page. It's a really interesting thing. And in many places in Texas, it's kind of a lost highway at this point. There are portions of it that exist, like the portion that I kind of ride from the trails to where the nature trail is sort of a small portion of it, but it's also disjointed. A lot of it's now private property, or the highway's been completely lost or demolished in the time since it was built, and I think like Route 66 is a cross-country highway that's well known, that's like in the American psyche. But this one I had never heard of, and I think a lot of people haven't heard of, but it's really interesting. I'd encourage you guys to check out more if you have any interest in, Texas or United States history. And anyway, so there's actually going through downtown Rowlett, where this Bankhead Highway goes through, there's a brewery named Bankhead. There are restaurants, coffee shops, and it's pretty cool. I would say try to check out, like I said before, check out websites and videos on YouTube about the Bankhead Highway. It's really interesting. And Old Town Rowlett is cool. It's a small place. There are, like I said, there are some restaurants. The coffee shop I went to is incredible. I can't wait to go back. Got a little post-ride coffee and monkey bread, which was delicious. There's a little Mexican food place there that looks pretty tasty, but I haven't tried that one yet. As far as like the Bankhead Brewery is concerned, they've got good beer. The food is kind of hit and miss, but it's a cool atmosphere, and definitely worth checking out. They do a lot of activities down there, like farmers markets and things like that. So anyway, that's kind of the background on the Bankhead Highway. So check it out. As for the trail portion of the ride, I'm back at Pecan Grove. Just enjoying another great day. The trails were nice and dry. We've had a little spell of rain, so a lot of other trails in the area are closed, but these ones dry out quick. So now I'm back on the Bankhead Highway, and I'm going to come back through Rowlett. There are a couple of these signs here along the route that just kind of let you know that you're on a historic Texas highway. But this is the area here. They've got a public library. They've got some apartments, and then you get into the little historic downtown. Got to have that water tower. It's Texas all the way. That's Bankhead on the left there. And then some shops, the coffee shop that I'm talking about straight ahead, and the Mexican food place. I've subsequently been back to that coffee shop a couple of times. It's really, really good. So anyway, I don't know. I kind of like, I'm on this ride. I'm kind of trying to picture, what was this like in 1922 when they were building this highway, and also what would this all have looked like had that highway never come through here. What of the town was there, what was going on with the people, what did the Dallas area look like. It's just kind of an interesting thing. So anyway, this portion now is just kind of like a connecting portion. It wasn't too much space, maybe like a mile at most, or less than a mile. It was super sketchy, but that's really the only portion that I wasn't feeling safe on. But yeah, this is back at the nature trail, finishing up my ride. Gonna have a little coffee, a little snack, and call it a day. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to Biker Man, getting a little bit of a history lesson with me. I appreciate you tuning in. If you've watched all the way to the end here, please subscribe, like, and leave some comments below. Have you been out to Rowlett or seen any portion of the Bankhead Highway? Let me know. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see y'all out there.